shop, spinning epoxy, roach clips pile up, it's a little too foxy, yellow and black, they're popping so wild, aliens drop by like it's cosmic.
Hey, good morning, Josh. Happy Thanksgiving, buddy.
Yellow and black swirl spiral like stars, crafted constellations trapped in resin jars. Clarity in the spin, the pain carves deep, each turn of the lathe.
Fuzzy fell off.
Splinters in his hands, truth in the grind, chasing sanity he may never find. Like and subscribe, let the world collide.
Some more stuff moved out of the way. Hey, Tim. Good morning. This is the burn board that I worked on for yesterday's video. I don't know if y'all have gotten a chance to catch it or not. I didn't drop it until late last night. I was having technical issues with my phone. Tuesday, I worked all day Tuesday doing this piece. Burned it, painted it, and spraying it and all that good stuff. And then I went to pull all my videos off my phone. I had 9 different video files that I had to put together to edit this thing. And I had 6 of them uploaded to the computer, but it was taking like almost 30 minutes a file. It was going super slow for some reason on the transfer. Couldn't figure all that out. Canceled stuff, changed stuff around by the end of the night. Still wasn't nothing working. Reset my computer a few times. Nothing was working, so I got frustrated, shut everything off. Turned it on yesterday morning, went in there to open it up and transferred my file. First file I tried to transferred as fast as it was supposed to with no issues. So I don't know what was wrong. So that put me editing most of the day yesterday, and then I squirrel out and it takes me forever to do stuff half the dang time. So we didn't get it out until last night. But it's pretty cool. Black light effective, of course. I make everything glow in the dark or black light reactive, and so this is like perfect because it looks nice. Hey, Lions, how you doing? And then it's kind of cool the way I made it. I don't know if y'all know remember you don't see as much of them now, but the eye illusion puzzles, it's just like a big picture that's kind of thrown out there all messed up, and if you stare at it for a minute, an image will pop up out of it some. It was complete accident and coincidence, but the way I shaded my stuff when I burned it, it's hard to do it through camera, but when you're looking at this piece in person and you just kind of gaze at it, don't try to focus on it, the 13 tries to stand up a little bit, almost looks like it's 3D because of the way the hashes are going that way, and then I cross in the opposite direction, it kind of makes it bump up some. Oh. Actually cool here this morning. I'm down in the 40s out there a little bit. Made it like about 66 in the shop, 62. Might hear some air noise in the background. That's my little smoke extractor fan on top of the box is going. And then my heater's next to me going, and then I got the daggone back door opened up with the fan in the door. So that'll blow any smoke out of here. All right, let's get this out of the way. But yeah, that piece turned out pretty good. I like the way it worked. And I said, it's pretty much a done deal. I just got to put the sawtooth hanger on the back of it, and then that one's done. And then this is the one that we was working on in the live. Let me see, I got the whole thing in there. That's close. I got to go back through and redo my scenes for OBS too. I got this one kind of focused in a little too tight. I need to stretch everything out a little bit so I can get more in my views.
Out in Grumpy shop, The air hums low, lay the spins a whisper, a tale we don't know. Dreams take form from metal and fire, a universe forged by hands that never tire. Echoes of creation in the grind and the sparks, the cosmos reborn.
Oh man, burner tips. Excuse me. If you got one that's got the individual tips, I'm sure you're sitting better off than I am. My tips, let me try to find them. My little box is a mess in here, y'all. I got to get it all cleaned out. This inside my carbon box is supposed to be clean, so when I carve, you know, my dust can go everywhere, but I squirrel out on projects and end up getting stuff thrown right here in front of me that I'm working on, and then it's like all of a sudden my box is full of stuff because I work on so much junk at one time. But I have to make the tips for the burner that I have. It's a Peter Child's artist pyrography machine. Let me get the paint piece over here. But it's like most of the cheaper wood burners with, you know, you unscrew it and replace your tips. But that's about the thickest gauge wire I can use on this wood burner. It recommends not to go over, I think, 26 gauge. Oh, where's it at? And I have my own nichrome, because that's what it is nichrome wire. And I used to vape and make my own tips or my own coils. So I got tons of the wire still. But yeah, 26 gauge, that's the thickest I got. I think it's 26 or 23. See, there's 25, 24. Which one's thicker? Oh, and the smaller the wire, the thicker the thing, right? Yeah. It's 23 gauge. I gotta look that up again, y'all. It's been a minute since I've made any tips, but it was either 26 or 23 gauge nichrome. It was as thick as they recommended. And then the tips I bought, excuse me, the tips I got were, I bought a bag off of Amazon, and they might have some out there that are a thinner gauge. I haven't really done the homework to research that part of it, but where the heck are they at? There they are. I'll say I was just showing them off the other day. I couldn't find them, but I found them. Sorry, y'all. Hey, hobo. Morning. Let's see. That's not a good backdrop. Let's put it on that. It's not as clear as we need. But these is what I want to use, because you got all kinds of tips. But for your lettering and stuff, if you got anything like that, am I in camera? Yeah, I think I am. If you got anything like that with a little ball on it, that's like perfect for your writing and whatnot, because it'll help you slide over the wood better. And then make sure your board's sanded real smooth. The smoother your board is, the easier your tip's gonna run across it. But the tip I use on my machine is more like that. It's just the standard. Basically, it would be this. You see this one I've tried to use before. It's discolored. When I put these on my machine, I have to jack my machine wide open just to get it hot enough to barely burn. And I can't use it for but a few minutes, and then the handpiece is too hot. But the ball tips, that's the ones, those are like your lettering tips. Because think about it, it's like using a ballpoint pen. You don't have a sharp edge or anything that's going to grab the wood, so that ball is going to glide across it a lot better than the flat edges. But the tip I use, it's basically just this tip squished together tight, and then I heated it up, put it on a piece of metal like an anvil style, and beat it flat. kind of made like a shader, but you see the wire's not that thick, you know, so that's 2 pieces of wire at the end of it, and it's dang near as thick as just one of the wires there. But that's what I did. I heated it up, got it red hot, tapped it flat, kind of make like a little spoon, and that works a little bit to shade, but then I turn it up on its edge like a knife and get my finer lines with it like that, and then I just turn it flat, you know, and kind of do my shading part. I'm gonna get me one of the cheaper wood burners. Back when I bought this wood burner, I didn't know, I'd never used one, you know, so I didn't know what to expect. I just seen all the razor tip wood burners and all the expensive burners out there, and the neuropathy in my hands wasn't as bad. And so it's like, oh, I'll be able to make my tips. Yeah, see, this is an example of what I got going right there. I got my wires bent together flat, tight, and then I got the tip hammered down flat. So basically I made something like this tip right here. It's just a lot smaller. But yeah, if I could use these tips, I would have them in there in a heartbeat. But like I said, they're too thick.
Grumpy spins the lathe, hand steady in the grind.
Oh, no problem. But that's what this is all about. Bullcrapping with coffee and stuff. And heck, if I've done something and you can learn from it, that's awesome. Or you do something I could learn from it. That's what it's all about, right? Oh, I don't mind the questions at all.
Chronic aches vanish, the good healing shows. Aliens in the mist whisper words of relief. Craft and cannabis, our escape from the
You could. There's different ball tips in there. That was one thing I don't know if you saw when I dumped them all out, but there's like 2 or 3 different sizes in there too. Where'd it go? I think the biggest one in here is not quite a BB, like maybe 3/4 of a BB or half a BB. Daggum, I can't open it now. God, I love it when the fingers don't work. There we go. Where'd it go? 2 different sizes. Nope, there was 3. There we go. No, yeah, you'd go for the bigger one, I guess. Or, I mean, you just get comfortable with the tool too. You know, like I said, I don't have the ball tip, you know, and I get everything done with just that flat tip right there. But, yeah, your shaders, you know, for a fatter line, for sure you use your shaders and whatnot. And then you could get, with the different tips, you just have to play with them, you know, you can burn them and get the different scale effects. You know, like this little hoop deal right there, that would look good for some fish scales or something like that on a bigger piece. Just, it's kind of like the burrs. You just got to experiment with them and play with them and see which one does what the best for you. But that's what I wanted the whole bag of tips for, was the variety of stuff, because you never know what you could use for what. You know, somebody might say that ballpoint's only for lettering, but you might use it for burning in your eyeballs or something on a piece. You know, there's, in my opinion, there's no right or wrong way to do stuff. It's just, if it hurts you or tears up the tool or something like that, then yeah, you know, that ain't quite right. But if you can do it without messing something up or getting hurt, who's to say what's right or wrong? Excuse me, y'all. Oh, I do know it's a little chilly out here. Got to get to doing some wood burning, or I'm closing up the door. Get back down to the chat and see what's going on. Well, that's it. Most of the cheaper burners, that's what they come with. They come with that variety pack of nibs like that. And let's see. I had my dadgum book for this thing somewhere. I ain't no way I'm gonna find it right now. Oh. And the box is buried. I'll have to look later. I'll play Jenga and knock everything over trying to dig it out. But yeah, I think it's 26 gauge that I can use. But yeah, that sucks because I spent a good penny on this wood burner back when I bought it. And it's like, daggum, I could have got one like Jordy or them used. Half the price, got 2 hand pieces on it and all the extra tips. Yeah. But it, you know, I like it. It does work. But yeah, we could have done it differently. Saved some money. I just gotta kind of save up whenever I go to buy stuff. And so it's like I didn't want to take my money and buy something that was gonna break on me real quick or wear out real quick. And so that's why I looked and I said, oh, I'll get that machine. It seems to have a good reputation, decent price. It wasn't super expensive, but wasn't super cheap. It was about the middle of the bunch. Have a good day, hobo. Stay safe out there. I hope you have a great day. Like and subscribe, watch the mood improve. I had a bag of tips that I made up for this thing. I've done burned through most of them. I can't find the other ones. Time to make some more, but I got to break out my book and make sure on the gauge. Oh, wish it could burn with a thicker wire. Is what it is. All right, let's see. Don't have a game plan on what I want to burn this morning. I have a couple of ideas. I'm gonna do more of the 13 deals for sure. I gotta get a little creative with those. I don't want them all to look the same. So let's see. I'm either gonna put this on a piece and start on that. Or I'm gonna put that onto another board and start over with that. And this, I could draw this out better. Now that I look at it, I don't like the visor. It's kind of egg-shaped right there and not quite centered up, but I got to do something. I say I can draw it out better. Half the time I can't draw how I want to. Hey, Delenn. I hope you're off today. I hope you don't have to be on call. I hope everybody's going to be off today and enjoy the day with your family and get a fat belly and take a good nap. That's a perfect song because Grumpy's batshit crazy self is getting his medication rolled tight. Let the resin reveal art deep as the void, carving wounds that heal. We are doing spritzer is what they call this one. It's a hybrid. I believe it's a sativa leaning hybrid. Oh, I know it's going to be a mess today. We're going to the in-laws, my mother-in-law, my father-in-law's house. Just like a half a minute around the corner. I got lucky and we got a house close to where we grew up. So I've been in this general area my whole daggum life. moved out of our childhood homes because me and the wife, we grew up in the same neighborhood. We moved out of a childhood home to a set of apartments at the top of the hill. I mean, literally could look out the apartments and see the road that I grew up on. And then from those apartments, we moved about 3 blocks over to a house and been there ever since. But right here where we grew up, it's kind of good and then it's not. Definitely want a different house. This one's not as big as what we would like, but then once you get a big old house, it's like, daggum, I wish I had a smaller house because it's too much to clean. But yeah, we've been here forever. And then mother-in-law, father-in-law's right around the corner. My mom's right around the corner. Works out good now because everybody's older. Health is not as good. We have to do a lot of running for the mother-in-law and stuff. So, hey, at least we have her here for another Thanksgiving. There's gonna be about 18 to 20 people over there though. And it's a small little place. I say small, it's about, I think the entire house won't be no more than 1,600 square foot, counting a little 1-car garage. So yeah, there's gonna be a bunch of us. I figure I'll be outside hiding all day. Use the vacation day. Hey, at least you got you a day to stay home with, right? Hey, good morning, you. Jen, I guess, yeah. Don't have my reading glasses on and I'm looking down at my phone trying to follow chat. I'll change my reading glasses once I just start putting an image on the board here. So yeah, just getting my meds rolled up. I'm what they call a wake and baker, I guess, but it's just how I always am. I guess this is my morning pain pill. Need that anxiety button for sure though, because yeah, like I said, all these people, it's gonna be a mess. Hey Dan, good morning, buddy. I hope you're doing good today. Like I said in the beginning, I hope everybody's coffee is strong because it's early. I know some folks ain't a morning person. That's my wife. She wakes up in the morning and you hear how I get to talking, you know, and that's only not half a cup of coffee, you know, it's just once I'm up. She sits over there in a daggum daze for about a half hour and side eyes me when I'm talking. It's like, how dare you talk, it's too early. So, yeah, that's how it goes. Right? I thought about that, but it's just at the same time, I don't want YouTube to get squirrely either. Right now, we don't have no monetization or nothing, but I would love to get there. And I know some of this 420 kind of stuff, they're iffy on. Sometimes you could get away with some stuff you can't. And I don't know the gists of what I can and can't do without getting in trouble by YouTube, so. That's like half my music and stuff like that. I don't know how that's gonna fly with it once they, you know, once it gets to the point, I guess, to where they review me for monetization. Like right now, it all passes. You know, community guidelines or whatever, when they review my videos, all that stuff passes through for now, but you know, who knows? And we'll do that. That's majority. I'm even using Majority Johnson inspired lighter case. I got to do some more of those. Those were a good little seller at the event for sure. See, this is my first one I did. I've used it for a while, but I retired it after a bit. You can see where I charred the top of it with the lighter. That was before I realized that I needed to put some paper in the bottoms of them to make them pop out. Well, yeah, this was my first one. I like it. And let's see. And come on now. It glows. So yeah, I can't sell that one. That was my first one. Like I said, it's got some burn on the end of it. Excuse me. Hey Dan, did you get your driving test done? I would mute my mic, but by the time I mute my mic and unmute it, I'm coughing again. So I'm just gonna try to hold it in, not cough as bad. Drinking that pecan coffee this morning still too. I'm almost out of that. I got about 3-4 more days of that and I'll be out. Not till the 3rd. Okay. Well, I'll be saying a prayer for you. I hope it goes good. What's giving you the issue on that? Just the pre-inspection rundown? Get you some business or index cards and write down all your stuff in order and just make a habit of that shit. Get up every morning and go outside and act like your truck's that bus and run that daggum pre-trip over your personal vehicle like it's the bus, and do that every time you get near a vehicle or something, if that's what you're studying to do, or studying for. It's not. If that's what's going to give you the issue on the test is that pre-trip, that's how I would study for it. I was doing that about 10, 12 years ago. I was studying up. I was going to try to get my CDL license and run dump trucks. Oh yeah, you gotta stop it. If it's like our buses, you gotta stop and open the door. I remember on the school bus, it's been a damn long time since I've been on a school bus, but I remember they'd have to stop at the railroad stops and open the door and look both ways before they could cross over. Yeah, I give mad respect to them bus drivers, especially these days. I wouldn't have the patience for it. I've been done had children's services called on me because I'd been done stopped that bus and snatched a knot in somebody's ass real quick. Them kids is little punks out there most of the time these days. I thought I was a hoodlum when I was a kid. Trying to see which board I want to use, y'all. What I'm trying to do is make sure I don't have no blemishes or nothing on the face of these, because that first 13 board I did, I had the bad tool marks in there. Didn't see it until I was putting the finish on. Well, I saw it about halfway through the burn and there wasn't nothing I could do about it, but it really jumped out at me once I put the finish on the board. Emergency brakes at the railroads. Oh yeah, pop that air brake. That's what my old bus driver used to do to get the kids' attention. They'd get all rowdy on the bus and shit. She'd slow it down. You hear that air brake pop? Oh, Lord, everybody got quiet because she wouldn't play. She'd park that bus right there for 2 hours if she had to. That was also back when I was a bully. And so, yeah, that was part of that bully thing was me and that bus driver. We had mad respect for one another. Damn, kids start giving her a hard problem. I got up and started giving the kids a hard problem. But yeah, I said I have respect for the bus drivers. My great grandmother was a bus driver for Escambia County for over 40 years. She retired. The damn city did her a big old thing, wrote her a plaque up in the paper. It was a big deal. But yeah, them kids, and that was back then, you know, hell, I was 10. Let's see, I was, yeah, around 10 years old when she was driving, because I remember I'd go stay with her in the summertime. I'd say summertime when my mom was working, and get stuck on the bus every blue moon. And them kids listened to her. All she had was a little old wire fly swatter hanging. If she grabbed that fly swatter, that bus got quiet. But that was back when corporal punishment and stuff like that was still going on in school. You acted up, you got a butt whooping. You act up now, you get in-school detention. What the heck is that? You know, that's no good. The sun's coming up out there. I can see out in the yard now. Secrets, vibrations in the air, epoxy dreams solid, freeze the despair. Space-time bends when the craft takes flight. I think I'll use this one. So I'm gonna put it on there like that, maybe. The image almost needs to be a little bit smaller for the board. We tell them the deal, yo, subscriptions free, no question. Right? Go down the road and hit the ditch, hit a few of them bumps. It's like when you go down the interstate and you nod off a little bit and you drift off a little bit and hit that little ribbed line. No, I remember my old bus driver, Miss Taylor. She was something. She was cool. I said I was a hoodlum, but I was a respectful hoodlum. You know, if the teachers come at me all cool and calm, you know, I had no problem. But, you know, half the time I created the problem because I was being a little punk. But, you know, other than that, if I wasn't being punky, you know, I had a good, what's the word I'm looking for? Rapport, whatever, I don't know. I was in good with most of the teachers because they didn't want me to get in trouble because I was in trouble all the damn time. So half of them was trying to work with me like I was a troubled youth and keep me out of trouble. With the bus driver, like I said, if somebody got stupid on the bus, she popped them air brakes. I'd jump back there and knock them in the head. Bow up, act like I'm gonna hit them, make them fucking squinch down in the seat. I was bad for a little while. That's why I said I don't like bullies, because I was bullied for a long time when I was little, and then my dumb ass became that bully for a while. And I regret that part of my life, but it happened. I can't do nothing now about it but take up for people when I see them getting bullied, right? Hey, good morning, Miss Daisy. I hope you're having a good day today. I'm trying to line up. I got y'all out of camera because I got this sitting in my lap. I'm trying to tape it on the board where I kind of want it. And once I get that there, I'll put my carbon paper underneath it and start transferring that image over. But I know I want to do this image. So, and no, I did not draw this. I borrowed this image off of Google. Creation keeps healing, we move through the maze. The land I do want to do your show with you one day. When you sent me that offer the first time, I was excited and was like, heck yeah, that would be too cool. But at the same time, my nerves kicked me in the gut and says, no sir, run and hide. And I'm still gonna be a nervous wreck. And when I ever do it, if I ever get the chance to do it, it's just, that's what I'm doing my YouTube for, is to try to get me out of that social shell, you know, get me back to my happy-go-lucky self I used to be out in public. You know, y'all hear a good side of me over this microphone, laughing and stuff all the time, but yeah, I'm grumpy for a reason, y'all. I'm not this chipper all the time, you know, especially when I get out and about, because I just get so much on edge, I guess, because I look at everything as being a confrontation almost. But yeah, I'm trying to get back to my happy-go self that I used to be.
Shadows in the grooves, ghost etched in the grain. Epoxy binds the cracks, sealing up the pain. Epoxy roach clips spun tight from the night. Colors screaming loud, pain fused in the fight. Crafting from the chaos, hands bleed for the art. Epoxy therapy, where the healing starts.
And my daggum dust collection system, I thought I had that whooped, y'all. I don't. I found a new hiccup last night when I was looking at everything, because I keep checking Amazon, because I made the order. They hit my card when I first made the order and put the whole amount pending, because it's like the dust collector that I'm getting total is like $180 and change. That's shipping and everything. And then an attachment that I got, and the tripod and sandpaper, that was like another charge of like $70 almost. Well, they hit my account for all of it at first, and then had it pending, and then they charged me for the bit that I've already got, which was like the $68, but the $180, it's still in my account and it doesn't show pending anymore. And then when I go to Amazon and look, my order's there, my order number and all is there, and it shows when it's supposed to be delivered, but it does not show that it's been shipped from the company yet. And then I went to looking at everything that was going to be coming with the unit, and because I looked at several different units and made my mind up on that one, and it doesn't have the daggum any 4-inch hose that comes with it. I have to order some 4-inch air duct or whatever for the daggum thing. I thought it came with about 15 foot, so I'd be able to set it up and use it right there in front of my tool, you know, until I got more hose. But it don't come with any hose. I do have an adapter to go from 4-inch to 2.5-inch. So push come to shove, bet I'll jerry rig me a way to hook that adapter up to the dust collector and then hook the 2.5-inch hose that I have to the fitting and make it work like that temporarily, because I'm like jonesing to get back on my lathe. But I put me a link up in my wish list that I found last night. I was shopping around. I think it's about the cheapest amount of tubing I can get. I think it was close to 50 foot, or no. I had to look. I looked at so many tubes, but it's, hey Robin, good morning. I know where you come from. I can remember that tag. Thank you for coming in. I greatly appreciate it. I'm just babbling a lot right now. But yeah, I have to get that. I have a little bit of money on my grumpy account right now, so I went and donated blood yesterday, so that was a $25 gift card that'll be on my Amazon, and then I'll add what I have left to that and see if I can get my air hose or my tubing, whatever you call it. But yeah, that bummed me out, because I was like, man, I'm waiting, because I've gotten everything. I got a better tripod for my outside stuff. Don't fall, dropping my paints. bought me a little pack of sandpaper. It was like $9 or something like that. There's 80, 120. Well, y'all can see the grits on there, and there's 10 sheets each. And I have not gone over 1,500 on my wet sanding for my epoxy pieces, and this has got 3,000 and 5,000 in there. So that's going to be interesting. I'm hoping I can get some more of the fine scratches out, because you really can't see a lot in the epoxy, but every now and then I have a few pieces that's like, dang, I could have sanded that better. So we're gonna see how that works. But I need my damn dust collector going so I can spin me some pieces. Let's see, yeah, I'm gonna put that one on there. I think I'm gonna save the astronaut looking one and do it. Where's the other 13? Oh. I was looking for this picture and it's on the back side of that. But let's see. I'm gonna take, this is their logo. I got on their website, got into some of their business and investor pages and found an actual zip file. Now, I wish it had, where's their sticker? You go into their shops and they got stickers like this all over the place, or paintings and stuff with just different scenes. It'll be like a terrestrial kind of scene, and you'll have the 13 blended in, and there'll be a little astronaut hanging out here and there, and they got all different types of scenes like that. And I was hoping I could get those pictures off the internet, because then I would take and revert the images and make that like a grayscale image, and then I could print it out. I'd have a lot of shadow and shading, and then that would make an awesome wood burn, you know, a picture like that. But I can't draw that good, you know, so it's like it would take me ages to draw something like that.
What's up his sleeve, a trick or a grin? Mystery unfolds as the show begins. Aliens nodding, they're tuning in.
Major 13. Right? Oh, Major Tom. There you go. I couldn't see. Okay, cool. That would work.
Alien skill, lights are flashing, bass will kill. Grumpy's groove, it fits the bill.
All right, Dan. Go have a good time, dude. I hope you have an awesome day. Thank you for coming by. I appreciate all that support. I greatly do. Thank you, Robin. That's half my problem. I don't have the confidence in most of my work. My roach clips, I'm proud of my roach clips. You know, I do love my roach clips. A lot of people can make them. They're easy to do in some shape, form, or fashion, but just my style, the way I do it, it's just, I like it. I had a couple of people in my life did woodworking, and when I was younger, I'd seen some old school wooden roach clips hand carved and detailed out and stuff, and that was a little bit of influence on my roach clips. And then one of my dad's good hunting buddies, he would sit around and whittle and carve little roach clips, and he had his own little style, but I started kind of emulating his style almost, but his clips would more follow the shape of the wood, you know, like if it was, when he whittled it out, it would, instead of it being round, it might have an egg shape to it or something. It's just, each one was a little different. And then I tried to get all mine as symmetrical as I could, and then put my carving designs and stuff into it, and graduated to the lathe. And that's what I got to do, is go back to some of my old style clips. It's like I progressed to a different style, and that closes that chapter of my clips. I'll get a collage built up one day and put it on my Instagram and show all my different styles. But anyway, back to the babble. I think I'll put the 13 guy up here, kind of like on the board. I have to fold over to see where I'm at. Put him up here on the board. Keep it, in there good like a moon. And put the planet part up there, and then do like down here. Once that's on the board, then I'll come off, and freehand like a terrain kind of scene down there, and then put like maybe a little guy or something. But I want to do a bunch of Planet 13 boards and try to get them into all the daggone 13 dispensaries. That's my goal. If they do a lot of support. Oop, big head bumped the camera. Freaking earthquake, y'all. Is it still in shot? Yeah. It would be cool if I could get my artwork, in their shops. Have you seen my roach clips and stuff that I made, Robin? I don't know if you've come in and seen any of my lives and me turning them, or if you've gone back to any of the videos. But hold on. That's what I do most of, is that, because I can't do all my power carving like I used to. Are we on camera? Yeah, we're on camera. That's some cedar, oak, and then some epoxy. Grumpy's in the shop, wires hiss, they scream, electricity's crawling, it's carving a dream. And then almost all my epoxy stuff will glow in the dark or glow under a black light of some sorts. Let me see if this one will charge up and glow. No, that one don't. I say most. I'm still learning on mixing my colors and stuff and my resins. That one's got some glow. Let me turn my main light on. We'll get some glow in here, because I know a lot of these glow. And I'll switch cameras too. Let's see. I'll switch cameras and I can get all my stuff in there. Let's see, here we go. All right. All right. That one right there with the lines in it, that's one of my old school clips. That's the only old school clip I got left. That's a roach clip glowing. That's the roach clip glowing. There's a bunch of epoxy ones in there. That's just acrylic glow in the dark paint, that mushroom that's glowing real bad. That's a dab spoon. You see some epoxy glowing on that guy. I gotta get back on it with my epoxy clips. These are epoxy ones that are glowing in there real good. But they glow under a black light or UV light, most of them. And then, oh, there's some good ones right there. But yeah, that's my thing. I try to make everything I do glow, because it kind of caters to the hippies and whatnot, And see, yeah, that one's glowing better now that I got it dark. Grumpy's in the shop, wires hum a death hymn, electricity crawling, sparks section in the resin, aliens in the corner, shadows. Yeah, see, just got to charge them up better. I was doing it too fast. All right, y'all, let me get the lights back on. Smokes the sermon, preaching out of sight, hit that light, hit that vibe, subscribe to the night. There we go. Right, got the power back on. But yeah, I do lathe work and do my roach clips mainly. I like doing other stuff on the lathe too. I got set up recently to start doing pins, because all my epoxy all my epoxy clips, I make my blanks for those and pour those out. Let's see. Here's one that I got poured so far, but I haven't spun it yet. Yeah. I do a little wooden insert in there, so I tune it down, and then I have something to hook the clip to. And then this is get a better shot. This is before my lathe. I did all that right there with a Dremel, getting it down to size. before the roach clip was on there, you could sit there and spin it like that and it didn't wobble or nothing like that. It was pretty symmetrical. And then once I got it to that, I would take a pencil, you know, that was how, I don't like freehanding a lot of stuff. I feel like I messed something up. But then even when I put a pencil on there, I'll go off my line sometimes. I just kind of use it as a reference, I guess. But I did my swirls, because that's what I thought was funny when I found Jordy. He does a lot of carving and has his little swirls and his S lines and his swoosh lines, as he calls them. I was like, man, I've been carving swoosh lines forever, but just not in actual carvings that were in my roach clips. But yeah, that carving is it's deep. Where's my other tools? Because that's like when Wowie talks about his Dremel burrs. I love them. I've been using them things. I used those Dremel burrs long before I ever found a cut saw burr. Trying to find the ones I have left, as I haven't bought any in a long time, because with my neuropathy, I don't do this kind of fine line carving much no more. I can't control that rotary tool like I used to. It runs away from me, and then once it runs away from me, I'll get ticked off. I'll throw the piece down and won't touch it again if it's too bad. But okay, you see how tiny that little ball is right there? That's a carbide cutter. It's just like, let me see, where's one of my bigger ones so you can see it better. Oh, don't roll off the board, I'll lose you. There's a bigger one. That's those cutters that Wowie talks about. I can't remember the Dremel number for them, but they have different sizes of them. You know, you got that down to that little bitty guy. And I do believe there's one just one touch smaller than him. If not, he's the tiniest one. But I think there's one's a little bit tinier. And it's got the little bitty cuts in it, you know. And I'll use those and go through. Dropped it. Caught him, but dropped him. Here we go. I use those. Let's see, the bigger one right here, and go through and cut them grooves. So it's cut in pretty deep. And then once I cut them, all right, Tim, have a good day. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you get to feeling better. But yeah, I carved him out and then filled him in with some of that. Now this one took me a hot minute to do, because this was that 5-minute epoxy. I mix a little bit up and put some around it, and I'd let it sit, you know, and then I'd stop, I'd mix up some more, and I worked my way all the way around, filling it in like that. Now I would use the UV resin to do something like that. The cut saw burrs are awesome. I love them, but they're, you know, I can't, like the way Jordy does his carvings and runs through there with just the daggum flame burr and makes that thing look badass. I can't do it. I've tried and tried and tried. Once I can get it, like, I guess, blocked in some with them bigger burrs, but I have to fall back to tiny burrs to do my work, or I can't get the detail in there, or I couldn't. You know, that's the thing. That's what makes it hard. You know, is I did use such tiny burrs to get all my detail. Let me try to get to my burr collection, y'all. Y'all got me talking carving now. That's like memories. I love powder carving, but like I said, with my hands, I don't do it that much, because it discourages me. Like I said, I get that first little runoff, and if it's deep, then the piece is wrecked, in my opinion. And I don't have that carve deeper mentality when I'm carving. I'll tell everybody else to carve deeper, but that's the one thing I've yet to really get in there and do, is get really deep on some of them pieces. You know, I know it's what makes them, oops, I almost said a bad boo. I know that's what makes them really pop out and come alive, but I don't know. I get on a piece of wood and I act like that daggum piece of wood is a piece of gold, and I don't want to mess it up when I carve. I get so crucial on myself. If I just wouldn't care and get at it, I'd probably have some more stuff. All right, I'm unearthing my corner of burrs back here, y'all. Like I said, I gotta clean my box out. We're gonna do that for New Year's. I'm gonna start the new year off with a spotless shop and try to keep it that way. We'll see how long that lasts, but that's the intention. Yeah, I can't do it. Like I said, I've tried moving on my stuff still. There's my little corner of burrs. And when I get at it on a piece and I'm trying to get some nice detail in there, I'll go through all the boxes almost. When you see the dust piled up on them, I ain't been in them in a hot minute. I like those. Those work good, and they're not real big. You see my thumb in there for the reference. That'll help getting some detail because of the different size and the different tips. And I'll run through and try them. Now, I hadn't used these. These were some bigger diamond ones. I think I got these at thought they were Harbor Freight, but I don't think so now. And then these, I got a bunch of these because I've gone through them and doled them out, but they're all the same, but they're all the diamond tips with the different sizes. Those really help out. I think that's those aluminum cut. Those work on that hard wood, y'all. If you don't have a cut saw or you don't want to dole up your cut saw, those will hog out a little bit. They're rough, it jumps and chatters, so you got to be careful with your flex shaft. That's some of them cutters. I use a few of them. Trying to get the, oh no. That's another kind of like Dremel style. There's a few Dremel style burrs in there, but. And I hadn't used these. I bought these because I got one of those plunge router Dremel attachments, but I need to get a dedicated rotary tool to put in there. I do not want to use my only Dremel I got in that tool because I'm afraid I'll bust something or wear the Dremel out and I won't have a carving Dremel. So I haven't used it. I've had that thing in the box for not 2 years. But yeah, I'll break it out and use it eventually. Now those work good. They're real fine one. I might have broke that one already. Yep, the one on the end I broke it already. But I use those super fine tips right there for detail, like corners of the eyes and stuff like that on some of my older pieces. Here's some too. I broke a few of those. They were real tiny. I'm talking about your dad gonna blink your eyes and you're gonna break that one if you ain't careful. With my heavy hands and my neuropathy, no sir. I'd break every single one of those and within a minute. The same with these. These are a little bit thicker, but that's what I use them for. They're little bitty drill bits, but I use them like little rasps and stuff, and I'll get in tight spots with them. More diamond bits. That's about it. But I had a bulk of stuff like that well before I got my cut saw. Now I love all my cut saw stuff because it will dang sure hog the heck out of that wood. That's what I like about it so much. And then that's my brand new Extreme. I got that last year for Christmas and hadn't opened it yet. Let's see, this is my original. I've been using this one since 2022. I said, you let the burrs do the work, they'll last you a long time, but you're not gonna carve as fast. You gotta have that patience. And then that's some of my issue too, with the way I squirrel and ping pong on everything, and especially with my artwork. That's why I can't draw as good freehand, is because I can't keep that image in my head in one position long enough, and I have to draw off of like a reference. And so I'm thinking of something I want to draw, and that image in my head done bounced to 4 or 5 different images or poses or something before I get the first one down, and then I try to draw them as I'm seeing it in my head, so it never looks right. You know, This stuff stacked back in here in my corner. All right, I'll switch that camera back out. I know y'all getting seasick. There we go. Stack my little corner back up over there. My little green frog that Bazzy sent me. That's my other slingshot that I'm going to finish. I'm going to end up finishing that one. I want to do wood spirits and stuff all over this, kind of morph together around both sides. Then I'll seal it and put a band on it. This is the first slingshot I made when I started following Knuckles and them. That's a good group of creators over there. They make some awesome slingshots and stuff. But that one I did out of a cedar fence board, and then I Lichtenberg burned it, filled it up with glow epoxy. I haven't put a band on it and shot it because I was flexing it, tweaking on it before I did anything, and it split. I heard it crack right there. It didn't break, but I heard the wood crack, and I was like, ooh, no. And so if I do ever try to shoot that, I'll put some more resin on it and stuff beforehand. Hey, good morning, Dad. Happy Thanksgiving. Oh, heck, wait a minute now. Ow. It glows too. Like I said, if it's epoxy, I make it glow. There you go, better shot. Uh-oh, what happened? There we go. Got too much stuff in my box. Dang sure need to clean it up. Oh yeah, green's my favorite color. Green is my favorite color. And this is the slingshot that Bazzy sent me. I hadn't shot a slingshot since I was probably 16 or 17 years old. And that was a wrist rocket back then. But they sent me this little resin one deal here. And it's pretty cool. I got out there and I've shot a bunch of daggone clay pellets. People wouldn't think I'd be shooting a slingshot at 48 years old, but yeah. They sent that and 3 sets of bands, and that's the last band for it. I gotta order me some more stuff to make bands and stuff, but right now my carbon stuff is my priority on ordering. But once I get caught up, I guess you don't ever get caught up, but once I get a few more things that I'm aiming for, I'm gonna get my stuff to make the slingshot bands and stuff. But right now I gotta get all my carvings and stuff caught up.
Bubbles in the resin, a galaxy trap. Time bends and twists like the universe snapped. Grumpy hums low as the aliens cheer. This tiny workshop holds the whole sphere.
Sean, hang on, man. Hang on a minute. How are you doing? Y'all, that's Sean Brooks from Pen on Fire. Y'all need to go check his channel out. He hasn't put out some content in a minute. He's having some issues with his neck. But that's a good man right there, y'all. How you doing, Sean? You should have a wrench now, my friend.
Grumpy shop, The air hums low, lay the spins a whisper, a tale we don't know. Dreams take form from metal and fire, a universe forged by hands that never.
There's a lot of people in this carbon community. That's what
The cosmos reborn in these humble dark parts. Sparks fly, dreams ignite, and grumpy shop. Stars take flight.
y'all hear Grumpy talk all the time. I got a Ray Ray and I got a JoJo.
Machines breathe deep.
Ray Ray's grumpy. Ray Ray's that mean fool that used to be when I took all the pain pills and stuff all the time. That's my Ray Ray. JoJo, that's my sensitive guy.
Dream but a spark until the hands turn the wheel. The fire burns bright in Grumpy's shop. Creation takes flight.
I get sensitive half the time, and that'll bring Ray Ray out. That brings me grumpy. I guess I get so sensitive about stuff, then I'll get aggravated about it at the same time because I don't want to be that vulnerable or appear to be soft or something like that. But I was in a bad spot in my head. Heck, I still am, but it's like I'm crawling out of that spot. And this carbon community, that's truly helped. And what I'm getting at, I guess, is everybody's got their issues. Everybody's got their aches and pains. But I would sit back and have a pity party constantly. You know, just stay in a bad spot. And then when I got in the carbon community, I started looking around and it's like, damn, so-and-so, they just like me. Check him out, dude. He's worse than me and he's putting out some awesome content, dude. And it kind of humbled me a little bit, slapped me around at the same time. And it's like, you know, I'm gonna hurt regardless of just sitting here being miserable or sitting here trying to create. And so, yeah, I kind of kicked it into a new gear. And the carbon community really helped get me there. You know, so I got a lot of mad respect. And that's where that hashtag made in pain, like Wowie talks about all the time. A lot of us is in that club. You know, we deal with pain levels on a severe at some points. You know, some people say, oh, it's just a backache or something, but you know, sometimes that backache gets real intense and you don't know what to do, you know. And I don't do the pain pills and stuff no more. You know, I don't even take an aspirin or an Advil. You know, I do my blood pressure, one gabapentin at night, and then my CBD and the medical marijuana. You know, that's me. You know, but no. I relate to a lot of the carbers out there. That's where I'm getting at, you know, and so I don't know, I'm babbling, but I'm just emotional all the time. I got so much stuff that I battle. Everybody's got their life problems, you know, but like I said, I'm jumping into my YouTube to try to tackle a lot of my issues and to get over stuff and to help me cope with stuff, you know, and then just the community of people that I found along the way. It's like, damn, there's actually good people out there still, you know. And so yeah, that's helping my attitude and everything. You know, like I said, I was a different person 10 years ago, 12 years ago. You know, that's when I was still into the pain pills and all the pharmaceuticals like the doctors were giving me. I say all the time, it's a wonder I didn't stroke out with just what they were having me on. It's like they had me legally speedballing on a regular, you know. And then once I got away from all that stuff, I started becoming a different person. You know, all the pills just made me angry. You know, I don't knock anybody that's got to take pills, for your aches and pains. But let me tell you, I'm going to be the first person to tell you if you're abusing them or not. I've seen too many people do it. I've worked around too many of those kind of people, and was almost one of those kind of people myself. So I know the telltales, and I can look at you and tell. But if you have to take them because you have to take them, power to you. I respect that, you know, because I know one day my condition's going to get worse and worse, and the medical marijuana is not going to be enough. I'm going to have to fall back to pharmaceuticals. But until then, you know, herbal as much as I can, because I know what the pills do to me. You know, it could have been a combination of what I was on at the time that made me how I was. But, you know, I wasn't physically mean, but I was just a grouchy, verbally ass, you know. And I'm definitely not trying to be that guy no more at all. Hey, good morning, Billy. I hope you're having a good Thanksgiving so far. But, you know, that's just me. I know what gets to me. I know what puts me in a bad spot. And they had me on Xanax, Adderall, Somas, a couple of muscle relaxers besides the Soma, all kind of junk, you know, at one time. You know, I'd have to take 5 pills in the morning, you know, and that was just morning pills. So yeah, once I got away from all that, it's just this. You know, I hurt when I was on all the pills, but that's just the pain pills cut the edge a little bit, but also kind of speeded me up, which just did not help, because it's like, oh yeah, I'm not hurting that bad, and then you get a ton of energy on top of it, so you get out there and do 10 times more what you ain't supposed to do, and so the next day you just got to take a little bit more, and that's how my life went for so long. I can't do that crap no more, so. Looking for my mechanical pencil. Mystery unfolds as the show begins. Aliens nodding, they're tuning in. Grumpy's world where chaos wins. Roll it up, stand by for the thrill. Medication chill, alien skill. Lights are flashing, bass will kill. Well, once I got off the pain pills, I kind of made it a habit of just not taking any kind of pill. I didn't want to have to, I didn't want to take them, you know, because it was like, I got it in my mind that, you know, the pain pills didn't do me no good. All they did was hurt me. So an aspirin, well, what's that? That's the same thing. It really ain't doing no good. It's just tricking my gut, hurting my gut. And so I suffer through it most of the time. That's like when I had my neck fused. I have 3, 4, and 5 interior fused, so they cut me from the front and put the hardware on the front of my spine versus the back of my spine. And when I had that done, they sent me home, and my blood pressure was getting high. It wouldn't stable out, and we went a few days like that, and we called the surgical center and was explaining what was going on, and they were like, sir, have you taken any of your pain medication? I said, no. I told Joe I didn't want any of that. I wasn't taking none of that. And they got on to me, told me I had hardware in my neck and stuff now that my body was trying to get used to. My muscles were still trying to bend and pull against it, that I needed to take those pills for a few weeks. So I broke down, and I took about half of my medication that they gave me to come home with, you know, just until my blood pressure and stuff started not relaxing, but getting halfway back to normal. And that was it. I had to put my I-can-see glasses on, though. I'm supposed to wear bifocals, and I can't do that, so I got a pair of readers and a pair of drivers. Yeah, please don't take what I'm saying and take any of this to heart. Like I said, there's lots of people that have to take pharmaceuticals, and I know I will have to take them again eventually. But I just know the cocktail that they had me on made me somebody I do not want to be, and do not want that person to come back. You know? So I got away from that, you know, and trying to do the best I can. But You know, I know there's lots of people that they have to take medicines and stuff. I'm just an old school wannabe hippie, big pharma, big brother. All of them's out to get us. And that's just thing too. If that go big pharma wasn't out there so bad and wasn't so greedy, marijuana would be legal every damn where by now. You know, and that right there, I know some people cannot do that. It just messes with them too bad. But there is so many different terpenes and different strands out there, and if people actually do their homework and say, okay, I'm an anxious person, I have a lot of anxiety, I don't need this strain, I don't need these terpenes, because all those do is kind of amplify that. But these terpenes over here, they help all that. It's awesome how helpful and how crazy this plant can be. And that's some of the reasons I'm the way I am. You know, like I said, I had so much for so long, and I've never taken my junk like prescribed. You know, when I was working, I was the candy man. You know, everybody knew I had a handful of pills because of my back issue and shit. I had the Xanaxes, I had the pain pills, I had that all day long, plus my weed back then. You know, but just I didn't smoke as much. Now it's like I smoke like a fish in water. And most people can't smoke the way I do. Like I was up at 5 something in the morning rolling my medication for the day, you know, and it's indica. You know, well, I know that one, I'm sorry, that was a sativa hybrid. It's normally indicas that I smoke, and those are what couch lock people, you know, but that don't, it just does not hit me like that. I got to remember where I start, y'all. I'm fixing to start outlining this. And you see I've outlined it before, so I don't want to get lost. Can't wait for Texas to legalize it. I hear you. That's going to be a minute. I hope it's getting closer. I know some of the, what is it, the Senate and all that were against it bad. Couch. I wish. As I laugh when I go into dispensaries and I hear the bud tenders telling them, oh yeah, they got the tendency to couch lock you, and I bust out laughing. I said, lock me to that couch. They look at me, I said, man, I deal chronic pain. I want something to lock me to the couch. You just don't know. Yeah, it's funny. Because that's why I don't like a straight sativa. You know, I'll do them every now and then, but it's when I got my indica mixes, because a sativa, if it's a true sativa, it's gonna give you energy, you know, kind of like those pain pills would, and I don't like that amped up feeling no more. I don't like, you know, I wanted to get away from the pain pills and all that because of that, you know, so yeah, I like to be laid back. Aliens in the corner, shadows doing lessons, blink twice, they vanish. Dimension second guessing. So, but if you get the good hybrids, I guess you study your terpenes on that. You know, it's not just about a buzz. And so you get the right terpene effect and blend it just right. It's amazing at how good it can actually work for anxiety, depression, everything. Circuit board sermons, static in the prayer, oil stained altars, faith hangs in the air, hiding in the chrome reflections of. That's why I wish they would go home grow, because the dispensaries, they tend to chase the popular strand names, you know, and then they don't grow enough of that same strand all the time. So I'll have something that works good this month, you know, and then I go, when I'm starting to run out and try to find something similar, you know, they might be the same name, but you have to look at the percentages of the terpenes and just how it's grown for that batch, because it might not be the same. And so that makes it hard. I'm steadily kind of chasing that terpene to make sure I keep the mix right.
in the shop, sparks light the cave. Hands on the wheel, spinning truth on the lathe. Epoxy roach clips, sticking to the strife. Crafted in chaos, every cut.
But if we could grow our own, that's what I was getting at. I wouldn't have to chase it, because then I would know my conditions. Because it'll tend, your terpenes and stuff in your plants will change. You can have the same plant and grow it with a different amount of sunlight and stuff, and then different soil and whatnot, and it's going to produce a different terpene balance. But if I'm doing my own, then it's going to be the same conditions and stuff like that all the time, so then you'll be pretty much able to lock down what works for you. But you know, Big Brother don't want us to do that, because then they don't get all their money. Well, it's just a daggone money game, unfortunately. They don't care about our well-being. They just care about their pockets.
Therapy's the work and the work is the war. Lathe hum steady, a lullaby, a grind. Epoxy hardens faster than the passage of time. Aliens want wisdom, but they don't understand. Grumpy builds futures with his own two
Hold on, why don't you have a wrench yet? I'm sorry. I just noticed you still don't have a wrench.
He ain't leaving the floor. Therapy's the work and the work is the war. Grumpy in the shop, world fades away.
Gummies. Edibles are awesome, but they don't hit my gut as they don't hit me like they do most people. I don't know. Health-wise, I don't do grease and oil, fats. You know, anything fatty, when you fry it, cook it, whatever, that fat breaks down into a grease. My gut does not like to process that. I go eat a bunch of Whataburger, or go to Whataburger for lunch, get a burger and a medium fry, eat that, and then try to turn around and just get a medium fry later that night and eat that. I'll be puking. You know, heck, if the lunch don't get me sick. You know, I just don't process grease. I don't have gallbladder pains, because a lot of people tell me, oh, your gallbladder is bad, you need to have it removed. Well, I don't never have any pain or nothing from that, so I don't think it's my gallbladder. But yeah, my gut just don't process grease and THC and stuff. That's what it bonds to, is fats. So when I eat the stuff, it's like it just passes right through my system. I have to get it sublingually if I digest it, like put drops in my mouth, or like if it's gummies, suck on them, you know, until they're almost gone. I'll get a little bit of effect that way, but nothing like the average person gets, unfortunately. Because if edibles would work for me like that, I wouldn't combust. I wouldn't do the joints like I do.
Silver rain, each cut's a whisper of joy and pain. His hands are rough, but his heart beats loud. Grumpy's alone, but he's never cowed. Lathe hums a tune, it's a
Oh, we'll see right now. EW, I just saw that they can't tax you or something growing it. That's just it. That's half the problem why they don't want you to do it. But down here, if they do it medical, all they have to do is put it on there where my doctor has to approve me for it, and so they're getting their money off of it that way. Like with my medical, I have to go, okay, it's crazy how that works. I have to pay the state $75 a year just to get an ID card that says, yep, I'm a medical marijuana patient for the state of Florida. All right, that's once the doctor approves me and says, yeah, okay, yeah, you got issues. Yeah, I think you need medical marijuana, blah, 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 blah. Here's my recommendations. Well, once I get those recommendations, I have to submit that to the state. The state will do a little background check and everything on you to make sure, okay, yeah, he's up and up. We'll give him the okay, you know, and then I'll be allowed to go get my meds. And then they give you a limit of how much you can get, like how many milligrams of inhalation, how many milligrams of topical, edible, anything. They control the milligrams amount of it. And then if you ever want to get any of it changed, you got to go to your doctor, you know, and most of them's going to charge you that office visit and stuff. And it cost me $199 to go see that doctor. And then they they give me, it's 7 months worth of prescription, you know, so I have so many milligrams a month of each one of my each one of my slots that they got me approved for. and yeah, so it's a money game. So it's what, basically $275, a year, just to be able to have my card, not to count the prices of going into the shops, when it comes to getting it. And then if they, like I said, if they okay you for medical grow, they just put that in there on your orders, so you're paying for it that way. Because that's how I told my dad, because I had said something, let's see, my first doctor I had, I was talking to him on one of my appointments, and I said, I can't wait till we can grow and just do this, that. He closed my file, crossed his legs, got an attitude, and said, well, how will I get my money? Looked at him, I said, for real? I said, just how you're getting it now? Charging me to come in here to put it on my regs that's saying I can grow, and then you get paid for it every year? It was like a little ching ching hit in his head. He smiled. He said, yeah, you got a point. Opened my file back up and continued the appointment. That was a wow. That just shows you they're all about the money, But yeah, they're nuts. Let's see, I think I was right here. Up here. Yeah, it's a mess. And then half the people, if you do get the okay to grow, it's going to be like your raised garden beds. You got 100 people going to grow them a garden and going to go to Lowe's. They're going to buy soil. They're going to build grow beds. They're going to get nets, this, that. I mean, they're going to spend a good bit of money to get set up to do this. They're going to go home, put in all the work, and then not do nothing else to it. It's not going to grow fast enough for them, or they're going to get too many weeds or something, and then they'll end up right back at the dispensary buying it instead of growing it because they can't grow it, So it's a win-win for the damn communities if they would just look at it like that. They get more money in the community for all the expenses that people's going to go through, to buy, to get set up to try to grow, So be more money going in the community and staying in the community versus the black market and all that mess. They're just stupid politicians. All right, I'll get off my soapbox for that, I'm sorry. That's just one thing I do feel strong about, because that's why so many people don't mess with it as a healing element, because of the legalities and the taboos attached to it still. And it's just a damn money market, a money game. That's the only reason it's illegal. Yep, that's it. That's what I always joked back in the day, come to Florida on vacation and leave on probation. Weightless in the chaos, dreams begun. Made in pain, dust therapy, no escape. Medication rolled tight, cosmos reshape. Hiding in the glow, stars collide. Like subscribe, aliens take Grumpy for a ride. It's not really that it's advanced. It's just, that's why it needs to get off of that federal ban so they can do more legit studies. There's, like I said, there's so many terpenes and good parts to that plant. It's not just THC, and THC is just one of the cannabinoids in that plant, and it all hits you different. All right, Robin, you go have a good day. Thank you for coming through.
Secrets it keeps, splinters in his hands, truth in the grind, chasing sanity he may never find. Like and subscribe, let the world collide. The aliens
You got the CBD that comes from it, CBN, CBG. There's so many different cannabinoids and terpenes and stuff. And like I said, you have that entourage effect. Good morning, Raja. And that entourage effect, that's the true medicinal part of it. And then that's one thing too, when you combust, when you burn it in the joint form, you're losing so much of the medicinal benefits off of it as well. The desktop vaporizers are the best way, because you can actually do your homework and look, certain terpenes combust at certain temperatures, you know, and so you turn those temperatures, dial it down for just that terpene effect, and then when you're vaping it through your vaporizer, that's all you're getting off of it. So you can kind of, that's where you do your homework. You can control how you're medicating with it and what aspects of it that you want off of that medication. You know, like it could have 3 or 4 different terpenes in the plant, and you look up those terpenes on the web, and each one of them will have a different temperature. You know, so if you want to truly like relax and get that good muscle tension release, then you want a higher temperature, because it'll convert the stuff to the CBNs and whatnot. Yeah, there's a lot of it that I still don't understand.
in a shop, spinning epoxy, roach clips pile up, it's a little too foxy, yellow and black, they're popping so wild, aliens drop by like it's cosmic style.
Space weed. Now that is one thing, the percentages in the THC have definitely gone through the roof from back in the day. But you do have a tolerance that you'll build up to. So that's one thing too. Somebody will go in there if they're new to it and they'll get a strand. Oh, it's gonna knock them down maybe. But they use it for a few months and it won't be as bad. Did you say vaporizer? What does that even mean? Oh, yeah, hold on. Yeah, let me put this snot. Put my pen right there. I'm on that point right there, y'all. Oh, I got me a vaporizer right here. It's dusty, but the mouthpiece and the air piece is clean. I gotta soak it all in alcohol though. I haven't used it in a few months. I do burn joints more. It's just quicker and easier for me, and I smoke too much. But it's an airizer, desktop vaporizer. Okay. This is supposed to be clean. That's just the resin and stuff from the and the thing now, this is not flames making this stuff come out of it. This is just straight heat. When you do a vaporizer, they have different ones. Mine's the airizer, so this is the brand. This is the way you do it. There's a screen down inside here, and then there's a glass separation, kind of like the bowls Robert uses in his pipes. There's a bunch of little holes in there, and then I put a metal screen in there so the bud don't fall through. Right. Let me see, did I switch cameras yet? No. Okay, this will be easier. Put you, drop the dang phone. Uh-oh. Did I close my camera? There we go, I'm back. You got us? Okay. Make sure I got y'all straight here. All right. This unit is just the heater. It's basically like a stove. Got a little plugs in the back. This will power up. You can control the temperature. Then you control the fans. Turn the fan on, you know, high, medium, low, whatever. Turn your temperature up and down. You set, like say you want to go for an easy, relax, you know, you don't want all the terpenes or whatever released. You'll turn your temperature down to say 250. You have your flower, your bud, not even a lot. You know, it don't take just a little bitty piece ground up, and you grind it up easy, put it in there, set that on top of your unit right there. It's gonna start heating up. I got to move y'all, the cameras in the way. You put this piece on there like that, and that's just a little elbow. There's a whip, like a hookah. You know what a hookah is? Like a big old bong that's got the hoses off of it, and you see 4 or 5 people smoking on them. They're more over like in India and whatnot. I think in that region. But I have a rubber whip that'll come off with a mouthpiece like that. And so basically it's like a pipe. You got your smoke in there, but you're not putting no flame to your smoke. The bud never burns. It just gets real hot from the air. And then that vaporizes it, right? And so you're not combusting it, so you're not burning up all those terpenes and stuff immediately. You get more benefits from it. So it's like when you light a joint and you're burning your joint, those terpenes that are only supposed to get, 200 something degrees, well, you're freaking torching them. They're getting well over 200 degrees and they're burning right up before you even get the benefits of them into your lungs. So with the vaporizer, you get all the benefits of it, and it's hard to explain it, and it's a lot healthier because you're not putting the smoke in your lungs, so that's what I want to do, is vape all the time. But like I said, it's almost like how would I put it? Just, I'm not lazy, but it's just that I want to roll a joint and smoke right then. And with a vaporizer, you have to, make sure, if you grind your weed up too fine, it's an art to mixing it up and grinding it. Oh, and then besides the whip, you have a bag, like your old igloo bags of ice. It's a plastic bag like that hooks to the mouthpiece. You squeeze all the air out of it, hook it on the mouthpiece, turn your fan on your vaporizer, and it blows that bag up like a balloon full of vapor. And it's cloudy. It's not as thick and dense like smoke from a joint or a cigarette. But you can take that and then inhale out of that bag until that bag is gone, and that's like smoking 2 or 3 joints. But you're getting all the good terpenes out of that bag at one time, so it hits you better and all. But it's weird for me. It's like I don't get that sensation that I've smoked. So in my brain, I haven't smoked that joint yet, so I want to smoke 2 or 3 of them bags, and I don't know. I have a high tolerance. So it's just easier for me to go to a joint. I get more benefits from those vaporizers, but it's just a bunch to set up. And like when I'm in here drawing or something like that, I'll have a joint rolled up and have it in my mouth like a cigarette, and I'll puff on it here and there, and then it go out. I don't burn the whole thing at one time. Y'all hear me sometimes in my video, you'll hear that lighter strike up every now and then. That's me relighting it, taking a couple of hits and it'll go out, so. But I guess to each their own. And then I don't keep it's kind of hidden in the corner. I don't keep it set up and like at the ready to use, because my grandkids come out here every now and then, and I still try to, I don't broadcast that, hey, Grumpy's out here smoking, so I keep most of that stuff kind of covered and hidden up a little bit. As I get older, if I keep something set up and set out, I'll have me a smoke room or something like that, and then I might vape a little bit more. The art. it's like, yeah, I mean, it's like rolling a joint. There's an art to that. Some people can't roll. That's one thing I've always been able to. Even with my neuropathy, I can still roll. I have to use those tips. Where's my can at? There it is. But kind of like those pre-rolled cones, is these little doodads, and they help me gauge the pressure, because I can't tell how hard I'm squeezing sometimes. So if I roll a regular joint without one of these in there, I just, I roll it too tight and I squish the ends and I can't hardly smoke it. This is just like paper. He was like, oh, you put a filter in there. It's not a dadgum filter. It's just a piece of thin cardstock. And I'll break that in half and then roll that little round up in it right there. And then there's some papers. Come on. My hand's shaking. I'll put that in the end right there. And then I hold it with my thumb and just barely hold on over here. And then as I roll up, I'm rolling no tighter than what my thumb's touching that right there. That keeps me from pinching it. And then plus these are smaller papers. They're only, they're like the old school 1.0s. They're raw. Ooh, hit the camera. Just single wides, but yeah. That's how I roll them. So I can't hardly roll without those anymore. Oh. I'm dropping everything too. We still been shot. Yeah. Oh, the lamb's carving before he eats. Just see where he's live. He is going good since he got into power carving. He's having fun with it. So where was I? I think I was over here. See, that's the bad thing about taping all my edges down. If I leave off somewhere and don't remember where I was, I can't hardly peel it up to see. Okay, right there. Hey Chase, good morning. Time my wife's gonna start cooking. She's just got to do, she's doing the turkey and heck, another turkey and something else. And then I think my sister-in-law was supposed to cook everything else. Okay, get this one.
In the light of day, carving covers that gleam so tight. Aliens watching from the edge of sight. Aliens in the workshop messing around. Grumpy's carving skills are world renowned. Stress gets carved with every groove.
I can't do. They want me to do a bunch of the neuropathy. I don't have the sharp pains. A lot of people talk about they get a lot of needle stabs and stuff and tingling and stuff off their neuropathy. When I talk about my neuropathy, most of mine is my hands feel like they go numb. I can't tell how hard I'm grabbing stuff sometimes. Like I'll I'll pick something up and drop it because I don't have a good grip on it. So I'll daggum, you see me white knuckling stuff most of the time. That's the most of mine. I get. All right, EW, have a great day, man. Thank you for coming through. But that's how mine gets to me. It's the numbness, and I get some sharp pains and tinglings. I gotta let my dogs out. Oh no, Junior's doing it. Get Pepper out and let her down too. Just go open it. He's fine by himself. Just go open the door and let her out. You can leave the door open back there. And my son was letting the dog out. But no, like I said, I don't do a lot of the pain stuff, you know. I don't do none of the pain stuff, except I do a gabapentin. They want me to take those. Come on, Pep. They want me to take those 3 times a day, but I only take 1 at night before I go to bed. And what that helps is, huh? Okay. But I only take 1. They make my stomach feel blah. So yeah, I just take 1 gabapentin a night. But I have a bad with my neck, my shoulder, right there at the base of my back and my neck, where I guess my neck comes up off my shoulders. I don't know what that muscle's called, but it just stays super locked up, super intense, and it burns. I'm talking about like fire burn if I don't take the gabapentin. And so, yeah, that's the only reason I take those. And I take just 1 because that's just enough to kind of keep it at bay a little bit. It flares up if I get too much, too active. Or like when I do too much, I turn my head and I kind of tense up. And while I guess like when I get into my concentration zone, I everything I do just locks up. My shoulders, my neck, all my muscles. And so that works on my neck real bad. And they tell you, well, you need the muscle relaxer for that, and that won't happen. And I tell them, nope. I'll take me some anti-inflammatory terpenes and work on those before I will damn muscle relaxer. I just don't like doing those anymore. Like I said, I'll have to get back on them one day, but until then. Yeah, I mean, the gummies are awesome. Like I said, I have to, you know, I can't eat them. I know a lot of people that do, and it does them just great, and that's cool. Like I said, I would rather somebody go herbal. Come on, go be good girl. Come on. It's their time to eat. I normally shut my lives off around 7:30. It's chilly out here. I got that door open. It's only 54 in here. 59 on my thing. My heater says 54. My wall temperature says 59. Grumpy's batshit crazy meds in a haze, roll tight medication floating out of space, glows in the dark, magic lit through the maze. Hit that like, subscribe, ride the creative blaze. Grumpy's batshit crazy meds in a haze, roll tight medication floating out of space, glows in the dark, magic lit through the maze. Hit that like, subscribe, ride the creative blaze. He's ready to eat. Go in there right now, be in a minute. My son's in there trying to watch the Macy's Day parade, Thanksgiving parade. I don't watch all that often no more. Hello, Robert. Welcome in. Was going to be doing some pyrography, but I've been doing more babbling than prepping, so I ain't quite ready to do no wood burning yet. I do a lot of lathe work in here, but my dust collection system is down at the moment, so I'm not able to run my lathe. So it's been small wood burning projects and stuff here and there. All right, if anybody's still here, if y'all are going to hang out, I will keep this going. I need to mute my microphone, and I'm going to go in there and whip up my dog's food real quick. That'll take me just about 5 minutes or so, and I'll be right back. I'll continue my babble and tracing out my burn right here. But if y'all have stuff to do, if y'all have family to be with for the holidays, by all means, y'all can do that. But I do appreciate the support, and I will be right back.
Grumpy's in a cedar wonderland, shavings flying like a magic band. Lays alive and spinning fast, turning moments that are built to last. Cedar in each hand, oh what a day. The scent of the wood takes stress away. Dust is dancing under workshop lights, crafting joy in the quiet night. Life is feeling so grand out here. With every spin the world feels clear. The smell of cedar fills the air. Grumpy's kingdom beyond compare. Wood chips fall like a gentle rain, each piece secure for the ache and strain. Fingers trace the grain so fine, in every groove a story divine. Cedar in each hand, oh what a day. The scent of the wood takes stress away. Dust is dancing under workshop lights, crafting joy in the quiet night. Lathe fired up and the dust is flying. Every turn feels like dreams are trying. Stress and pain melt far from sight. Cedar wonderland feels just right. Cedar in each hand, oh what a day. The scent of the wood takes stress away. Dust is dancing under workshop lights, crafting joy in the quiet night. design so tight. Chainsaw humming late into the night. In the cutting groove, so resin free. Grumpy's wood in the world where he be. Blade spinning stories past in the shavings. Feeling the texture, minding cravings. Each groove a heartbeat, every nick speaks. Grumpy laid back, carving PCCs. Roach clips and more wooden fantasies. Therapeutic dreams flow with ease. Crafting cool creations on two hands. Grumpy's therapy, never underhanded. Will his worries chisel in hand. Lighting up the stogie, grains like sand. Cool carvings, medicine profound. Grumpy laid back, therapy's found. Merch clips and more wooden fantasies. Therapeutic dreams flow with ease. Crafting cool creations on two hands. Grumpy's therapy, never underhanded. With his worries chisel in hand. Lighting up the stogie, grains like sand. Grumpy laid back, therapy he's found. Grumpy laid back, therapy he's found. Grumpy laid back, therapy he's found. Grumpy laid back,
Oh, goodness.
therapy.
All right, I should be back. Yep. I'm sorry, I had to feed my pups. And it was about time for their flea medicine. We give them a little chew every now and then, and I keep forgetting. I got to give it to them with food. Hey, good morning, Opath. And I had to keep forgetting about it, and I finally remembered this morning, so it took me a minute. My big dog, she'll eat hers like it's a daggum treat. The little dog, and you got to dang near shove it down his throat. I can take and break it in half and just completely coat it in peanut butter, and that works about 50% of the time. And I got lucky this morning, and it tricked him enough to where he didn't fight me. They're eating. As soon as they eat, I have to put them back out the back door for just a second. But so yeah, there we go. But yeah, we're back at it now. Maybe I'll get this thing outlined today. You got any plans for today, Alan?
Welcome to the shop, gears grind, sparks ignite. Lace spin steady, cutting dreams in the night. Epoxy drips slow like a teardrop falling. Roach clips crafted, pain medication calling. Roll the therapy sessions in progression like subscribe. Cosmic confession, aliens fly by, curious, no aggression. We tell them the deal, your subscription's free, no question.
Eating turkey with my dad. There you go. We're going over to my mother-in-law's. She was supposed to be home, but she had to get admitted back. What is getting over my board? Oh man, I'm gonna have to take. Oh, I thought I wiped my carbon paper off real good. My carbon paper's got bits of dust underneath it, so I got little specks all over my picture now. No, my mother-in-law's on dialysis. Her medical, she's just not in the best of shape anymore. She was in a little rehab facility for her lungs and everything. She'd had some issues with her lungs going on, and they wasn't gonna release her home until she, I guess, did a few things that the doctor liked, I guess, in the rehab area. And she was in there and was having some issues there, so she had to go from there to the ER, and then they admitted her, just for studies for observation and whatnot, and to try to get her levels back to normal. So she won't be there, unfortunately. And then my father-in-law, he has vascular dementia, but he's still in the early stages. So he's not too bad. He's not like he forgets nobody yet, but he does get just a little confused sometimes. So we'll be there with him. And then see my sister-in-law, my niece. There'll be a bunch of people there. There's a lot of it's just friends. There's going to be more friends of people's over, I think, than actual family. Well, my sister-in-law's got a handful of people she's invited to come over. We've invited our neighbor next door and her kids to come over. So it's going to be a house full. It's definitely going to put me out of my comfort zone. It's just going to be loud. I have tinnitus, whatever you want to call it, in my ears. And so I hear ringing constantly. And then when I get in a loud environment, it's like the ringing almost gets louder, because it's like I try to tune in to hear over the ringing. And with everybody else talking, it's like I have to try to focus on everybody talking. And then it's like it's like the harder I try to focus, it's almost like the louder the ringing kind of gets. And it gets overwhelming for me. And it's like I have to get away from the noise. So I'll go outside. I'll carry a little box and carry some sticks and whittle on them or something sitting outside. I'll find my happy place somewhere. Oh, my mom and them, it's okay. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's not okay, but you got to make the best of what we can do with it, right? That's all we can do. Like I said, she's got her good days and her bad days, but I think that's anybody with any type of condition, really, just how you look at it, I guess. And then my father-in-law, that's the sad part about it. My father-in-law, his mom just passed away. I mean, just passed away within this week. You know, we have to go do her funeral Friday. So yeah, it's not a normal Thanksgiving, so we're trying to make it as good as we can. But hey, what's normal these days anymore, right? Yeah, I almost feel like an orphan. My mom, I've had some issues in my past. I don't talk to pretty much any of my family except my immediate family. My wife, my kids, my wife's family. I deal with them more than I do mine. My mom, that's about it. And then, heck, it depends on if we get on each other's nerves. We're so much alike, we push each other's buttons half the time.
Yellow glows bright, black swallows the sun. The work ain't ever finished, the fight's never done. Lace spins eternal through the wrong and the right. Epoxy.
I make some of these rays a little bigger because it makes them easier on the shading. I'm gonna go through one day and print out a fresh picture of this and then take one of my burn boards and look at it and then redraw over the fresh picture. Because yeah, I want all these little ray points to be a little bit bigger, because like I said, it pans out easier for the burn. It gives you a little more room.
Drip, drip, drop, it's a steady stream. Craft and color.
And then I said, I've got this image off the computer. So you could just imagine the original image was probably a lot bigger and sharper. This has probably just been copied and recopied and reposted a million times, so you can see it's pixelated and stuff real bad. Play with it in Adobe or something one day. I think that's all the outline. Yeah. Now we get to go back around all the inside parts. That won't be too bad. Normal sound, Vicky. That's just it. Who's to say what's normal anymore? And somebody says, you're crazy. Well, hell, I'm crazy. Who's to say you're not crazy? We're all freaking crazy in our own way, right? Alan, if you're still there, I thought I was going to have my dust collection system back going here soon, but I just realized last night that I don't have everything I'm going to need for it yet. The actual unit itself's not supposed to ship until it says like December 3rd or 7th, somewhere in there. It's supposed to be a arrival date, but it hadn't even left the manufacturer yet. And then I got to looking, because I looked at so many of them, I thought it came with so much air hose to hook to the unit to start me with, but it don't come with any. And so now I have to wait a little bit and get my funds right for that. I got the, where's it at? Let's see. I'm gonna have to play with what I got without buying anything else, because I knows I'm tight. I can't buy much right now. But this doodad here, I bought this because this is supposed to go on the 4-inch hose. That goes on the 4-inch, and then that goes to my 2.5-inch and hooks to it. But then I have to get a coupler, which I can make me a coupler with soda bottle or something for me. Oh, I don't have to, it fits. Nice, never mind, I was talking smack. Okay, so now I can run. I just don't know how good it's gonna run until I get the 4.5-inch. Oh, that's sweet, I'm happier now. I can connect that to the dust collector, and then this is my 2.5-inch that I've been running off the shop vac. I can run that right there, and then I'll just be pulling off a 2.5 instead of 4 until I can get some 4-inch pipe. That will be awesome. That just made my day. But I still need to get the 4-inch pipe because it's not gonna pull like it's supposed to through that 2.5-inch. I think it was, I have to go back and look at the list. I think it was, it ranges. I think it's like 20 foot for 40 something bucks or something like that. 50 foot, it's like 60 something bucks. I don't remember exactly, but I gotta get some of that. I could get some cheaper dryer hose, but the daggum saw stuff might, or the wood shave, the Dremel work and a dryer hose would be fine because that's finer dust. That's not gonna eat on it that bad. But the lathe work, you got bigger splinters and shards come off of there. If it's a cheap hose, it'll tear that up. It's chilly out here, y'all. I was bragging about it, B.O. Ward, a couple days ago. Everybody was on YouTube talking about it. It's freezing in the 40s and the 30s. I'm like, haha, it's 75 down here. It's not 75 this morning. Ooh, it's 58. Oh, let me grab my pups and throw them outside one more time. Make sure she don't have to go to the bathroom. Come on, go doop doops. We call it the go doopy doop thing. I'll be right back, y'all. Let me mute this.
Precision of a surgeon, where craft begins. Wood chips dance like confetti on the floor. Every turn, every twist holds a little more.
Come on. Let's go. Come on.
Aliens floating, they dip in my sight. The mist curling thick in the soft workshop light. Sanded edges, smooth stress,
Go.
exhaled sins.
Go.
The therapy hum of machines as it begins. Turn the world into grooves, we twist in the vibe. Hit the bell, like and subscribe to the tribe. Lay spirals, carve out our stories in smoke. Art and remedy blend, that's the inside joke. Aliens floating, they dip in my sight. The mist curling thick in the soft workshop light. Sanded edges, smooth stress, exhaled sins. The therapy hum of machines as it begins. Turn the world into grooves, we twist in the vibe. Hit the bell, like and subscribe to the tribe. Lay spirals, carve out our stories in smoke. Art and remedy blend, that's the inside joke. Dremel spins, it's time to play. Epoxy shines in the light of day. Carving covers that gleam so tight. Aliens watching from the edge of sight. Aliens in the workshop messing around. Grumpy's carving skills are world renowned. Stress gets carved with every groove. Like and subscribe, watch the mood improve. Epoxy shimmers as the dust flies high. Shapes take form under a steady eye. Aliens peeking, trying to invade, but Grumpy's got skills they can't evade. Aliens in the workshop messing around. Grumpy's carving skills are world renowned. Stress gets carved with every groove. Like and subscribe, watch the mood improve. They touch the tools, they knock stuff down. Little green hands trying to steal the crown. But with every cut and every spin, Grumpy's got this, aliens won't win. In the workshop messing around. Grumpy's carving skills are world renowned. Stress gets carved with every groove. Like and subscribe, watch the mood improve.
I'm just a babbling over here. Forgot I had it muted. My tape come undone just now. These pieces up here for me peekabooing and moving, so I'm not sure if my image is still lined up underneath here perfect. I'm still gonna try to outline it and see. Oh, well, my lid. Piece of shorter don't want to stand. Oh, well, my lid again. I'm getting heavy-handed. Whoa.
Hit that like, subscribe, ride the creative blaze. Sharp blade cutting, pouring epoxy to life. Each stroke sculpt chaos, channel the strife. Aliens whisper notes, transmit them precise. Out of this world, roach clip, got that spice. Glow bright like UFOs at a midnight sight. Craft wild carvings, man, they take flight. In a zone, no phone, just resin to light. Therapy ain't a couch, it's chisels and light. Grumpy's batshit crazy meds in a haze. Roll tight medication floating out of space. Glows in the dark, magic lit through the maze. Hit that like, subscribe, ride the creative blaze. Pour the truth in molds, let the resin reveal. Art deep as the void, carving wounds that heal. Fingerprints and wood grain, Grumpy's real deal. Aliens just nodded, man, that's mad appeal.
Still gotta do the finger lines up and through there. I gotta do this right here. Get this side right here. That's the thing, is just trying to keep up with everything. That's like watching Runic when he does the painting and taping all his stuff. He got so many layers and so much tape, and my brain just can't focus and see all that. I can't keep up with it. He does some cool work though. I call him the line bender. Watching him, I would like to see him get crazy on some stuff with some pinstriping. I bet he could do some awesome pinstripe work, some hand painted pinstripes.
Aliens just nodded, man, that's mad appeal.
Watching him work, that's what it reminds me of. It's an old school pinstriper. When I say that, I'm talking about like on hot rods and stuff like that, how they had that crazy fillery work and all that handheld or hand pinstripes and stuff. All right, I gotta get those up through there.
Grumpy's in a cedar wonderland, shavings flying like a magic band. Lays alive and spinning fast, turning moments that are built to last. Cedar in each hand, oh what a day. The scent of the wood takes stress away. Dust is dancing under workshop lights, crafting joy in the quiet night. Life is feeling so grand out here. With every spin the world feels clear. The smell of cedar fills the air. Grumpy's kingdom beyond compare. Wood chips fall like a gentle rain, each piece secure for the ache and strain. Fingers trace the grain so fine, in every groove a story divine. Cedar in each hand, oh what a day. The scent of the wood takes stress away. Dust is dancing under workshop lights, crafting joy in the quiet night.
I think that should be a bulk of it. It's a little sloppy, but I don't think it's gonna be that pretty underneath here. Like I said, been using this same piece of carbon paper for a minute. There was some trash underneath there. And when I put my hand on there, you can see where it did those little dots. What caused that? Right there. I don't know what was there. Like a piece of sand or something kept getting rubbed around under it. That's a carbon mark. Don't feel like it pitted it. If it didn't pit it, I can get that off. But if it's pitted in there, then I can't get it out. Where's it at? You use like a real fine piece of sandpaper, and you can scratch over those little spots like that. But you're removing material, so you'll see a blemish. Ooh, I missed a spot right there. You'll see a blemish in the wood when you sand that. Even if it's a fine sand, you'll know it's there and you'll see it. That's what I hate about that. Where's my foot pedal? A little bitty diamond bit. Like some magic erasure, but it does. I mean, you gotta try to be super soft because it's gonna leave a mark on the wood. In this case, if it gets to be too many marks, then he could just get through there and go nuts and just stipple the whole thing and make it look like, hey, it's supposed to be there. That might not be too bad. I still gotta get my stuff back right there. Where'd the picture go? That carbon paper out of the way so we don't get that on there. Because that's that carbon paper. You can use that stuff over and over. It's just, I had some trash or something stuck to it. Because this side's almost sticky. And that's the part of the carbon that gets pressed onto whatever you're tracing it to. I had a piece of sand or something in there. Oh, the Florida for vacation once, went to the beach twice. What part of Florida did you go to? Either any part of it, it gets hot. But when you went to the beach, were you on the Gulf of Mexico side or on the ocean side? I was gonna laugh if you said you went on vacation and come home on probation. I say that because the old spring breakers and stuff. I used to always go to Panama City. I live close to Panama City, and that was a big hopping place for spring breakers at one point. Let's see, how many rays am I missing right there? Okay. Freehand that one. Say freehand as I stick the ruler down there. I don't like how that one's going, but what's there? I've drawn the line so it's not going to erase without smudging. Fort Myers. All right, that's down there. I'm up in Northwest Florida, Pensacola, Milton is where I live. But when you say Milton, everybody like, where's that? But some people know Pensacola Beach or Navarre Beach or something like that. But yeah, that's the beaches that I go to would be Pensacola Beach or Navarre Beach. Yeah, they got some pretty white sand. It's on the Gulf side, not the ocean side. Yeah, see, I ain't at the toe. I'm way up here, Panhandle, closer. I say Panhandle, shit, closer towards Alabama. Trapped like a fossil, spinning these tools, therapy colossal, aliens peeking, they hover and it'd take me a hot minute to get down that far. Ah, I forgot one right here too, yo. So secrets, vibrations in the air, epoxy dreams solid, freeze the despair. Space-time bends when the craft takes flight. Roach clips gleam in the UFO light show. Rototherapy sessions in progression like subscribe. Cosmic confession. Aliens fly by. That's what people don't understand when they want to complain about sharks or something like that. That's it, just shoreline, Gulf side, ocean side. It don't matter. That's their dinner plate. You're swimming in their cereal bowl. I mean, you just gonna be one of them crazy looking marshmallows or Fruit Loops or something, whatever you want to call it. That's the. They come to the Gulf to nurse and raise and feed their babies and eat so they can have their babies. You know. That's their spot. I used to not think about that when I was younger. I've talked about that in some of my lives before. I was one of them idiots. I grew up at the beach. I was a beach baby. My mom loved going to the beach. So I was always out there playing. Yeah, she's up on the damn shoreline sunbathing or doing whatever she was doing. You know, I'm out there in the water having a good old time. And me and my buddies, we'd sit there and get caught up in the rip currents on purpose, you know, because we knew it was going to pull us out, but we knew how to swim with them and not let it wear us out. So we would swim with and against it underwater and see just how fast and far we could go and get away from where we started. And we made it into games all the time. We'd go underwater and come up way down the beach. You looking up, can't even see mom where she was laying out at, you know. We did walk back up the beach. Like, damn, we went that far? You know, we were crazy. It didn't have that self-preservation switch turned on when I was that young, I guess. It's a wonder we didn't get eaten.
Ink in the wood grain, carving out whole. Lost in creation, feeling fully whole. Epoxy drips clean, locks the vibe in time. Therapy eternal, sculpted line by line. Pain fades silent, buzzed up the climb. Aliens tracking thoughts, feeling so divine.
Oh, Path, you still here? Did you see my other burn board I did? I still got to finish up some of the, I got to seal it up and finish doing some fine details to it. Just the, where did it go? I don't want it to get scratched, so I buried it under boards.
Creating our escape, these forms be proof. Grumpy's craft cuts through that ether haze. Show the demons aside, calling brighter days. Therapeutic fiction set the world ablaze. Creation keeps healing, we move through the maze.
That's the thing about it. It's not ignorant. You didn't grow up around it, so it's just you're not aware of it, you know. And then you come in here wanting to be, you know, come down here as a tourist wanting to have a good time, you know. You don't think about all that kind of stuff. You just see the pretty water and say, oh, that's awesome, and just go for it. And I don't blame you. I'd be the same way. But that's what a lot of people that's what a lot of the rescues are the tourists and stuff, because they don't pay attention to the flags, or they don't understand what they're for. You know, they think, oh, they're just a wind flag to tell you it's windy or something, but no. You gotta watch out for them red flags, even them yellow flags. That rip current can get crazy. Oh, bird. I didn't keep my pattern burning this one consistent, so it's a little wonky up here in the top. I couldn't find my rhythm, and then once I found my rhythm, I kept it pretty straight. But I'll get my lines, you know, going a certain way or something. And I had them started, and then I stopped and was talking, got up and done something, and I guess my board might have moved, and I come in here and started scratching it, and then I said, ooh, then I went back. But this was the first piece that I burned and shaded like that in a minute. I think you saw that one. That was the first good 13 one I did. I like the 13 one. I've done a few of these and then a couple of these in the past. All right, y'all. I've been on here for a hot minute babbling. I'm gonna save this for my next morning live to start burning on. And what I'll do is I'll probably try to work throughout the day and get a few more images ready. That way I don't spend my whole time babbling and getting my image down. That way I can actually do some wood burning in the next one. But I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down for a little while. Go see what's going on inside for a bit, and then heck, if it's not too busy on YouTube land, I might jump on here and do another live in a little while. But thank you for everybody who's hung out and listened to me babble this morning. I greatly appreciate it. And if you've been here the whole time, you've learned a new side of Grumpy. But YouTube is a good place for me. Facebook, not so much, but the carbon groups that I did find when I found them were very, very, very helpful for me. So, Kindred Spirits, World of Woodcarvers, that's a good Facebook group. And then, yep. Y'all have an awesome morning. Have a great Thanksgiving, everybody. And please, everybody, stay safe. Love your family. Hug everybody. And God bless everybody.
Is it wisdom or just a lie? Questions hover, answers blur. Who is grumpy? Who are we, sir? Flying high, it's all a blur.
Grumpy's live again, oh yeah.